If you're someone who uses TikTok, then you've probably noticed people doing these massive hauls from a brand called Temu. You can't miss a Temu haul thanks to their bright orange bags packed with items.
This is what it looks like inside.
Now, if you saw the size of some of these bags, you would think people were spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But thanks to the cheap prices of Temu, that's not the case. It's the reason their slogan is "Shop like a billionaire." They want you to buy as much as possible, and thanks to haul culture on TikTok, that's exactly what's happening. The Temu craze has got so out of control, postal workers are practically begging for people to stop.
Hey, you think y'all could chill out on the Temu website a little bit? Just a little bit for me. I'm tired of this Temu. Y'all killing me. Every day is Temu, Temu, Temu. I'm Temu tired, alright?
There's how packages of the so you can look at all this mail. All this mail.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop ordering Temu. Because what the is all this? This is all work.
But what exactly is Temu, and why has it been one of the most downloaded apps since its launch less than a year ago? Today, we're going to talk about what Temu is, why it's so popular, and why it's quickly become one of the most controversial platforms to shop on.
Everyone's asking if Temu is as bad as Shein when it comes to sustainability. Long story short, it's worse.
Temu launched back in September of 2022, and within a few short months, Temu was everywhere. The hauls were on every app, every influencer was being sponsored by them, and they even made it onto our screens during the Super Bowl. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does a company that's only a few months old possibly have the kind of money to fund a Super Bowl ad? Well, that's because they aren't really a new company. Temu is owned by a Chinese online retailer called PDD Holdings. When people started to look into the brand behind Temu, what they found was pretty concerning. PDD Holdings also owns a company called Pinduoduo. Pinduoduo was an online retailer, and it was banned from the App Store after malware was found within the app. This raised concerns for Temu users. Although there's been no reports of malware on the Temu app, the fact that they're owned by the same company was concerning. Today recently did a story on Temu, and they actually found that Temu wasn't following the App Store rules on tracking.
But after we shared the results of our investigation, Apple said Temu was in violation of their app tracking transparency policy, but didn't specify how. They gave Temu 14 days to fix the app or be removed from the App Store. 9 days after we reached out to Apple, Temu updated the app, and Jackson says they are no longer collecting IP addresses. They also made significant changes to their Apple privacy disclosure to inform users they are able to link them to more data.
The security isn't the only issue people are having with Temu. Since the prices are so low, allowing you to shop like a billionaire, people are buying more than they would ever need.
Today, two huge, oh my gosh, boxes. This size of Temu.
As soon as you visit Temu, you're met with flashing countdowns, advertising these really great offers, making you feel rushed to buy without thinking whether or not you really need it. Just by taking a quick look at some of the products, you can see how incredibly cheap they are. If you buy something without really thinking about it and it doesn't work out or doesn't exactly look like the picture, you're less likely to care because everything was so cheap. That becomes a problem because similar to what we've seen with Shein, we have people throwing cheap items out in the trash, having them pile up in landfills, and creating a negative impact on the environment. If you're only buying a few items that you truly need and use them until they break, then fine. But with the promotion of overconsumption, shopping like a billionaire, and the trend of massive hauls, it seems like more people are overconsuming than buying what they need, especially influencers. Another reason Temu is able to keep their prices so low is because they aren't the ones producing their own products. Temu is only an online marketplace that allows third-party sellers to sell their products and ship them directly from China. By cutting out the middleman, they're able to sell things extremely cheap. The only problem with that is you don't really know who these products are coming from. You don't know the conditions of the factories the employees are working in, or if testing and safety measures are being taken. And when I'm buying cosmetics, that's something I want to know. There's so many videos on TikTok showing people doing these massive makeup and skincare hauls for so cheap. I took a look at the cosmetics they sell, and the dupes are crazy. We're talking knockoff Rare Beauty liquid blush for $4, Naked palettes for $7, knockoff Pixie blush sticks for $6, Laneige lip mask for $4. They were even duping drugstore brands, some that were already pretty reasonably priced, like the Essence Mascara, Lash Sensational Mascara, and even Vaseline.
Dupe or not, $23. $3. The glow. It looks really patchy and not that much glow. The product isn't bad, but you need to make it work. The quality is what you paid for.
I've seen a lot of people expressing concern about not really knowing what's going into these products or how they're being tested. It's kind of similar to Shein's cosmetics brand SheGlam. A lot of people just don't feel comfortable using it, but I guess it depends on how much trust you have. Another concerning thing about Temu is when you look them up on the Better Business Bureau website, it lists them as only having a 2.5 star rating with an overall grade of C-, and the reviews aren't the best. Everything I ordered was junk or broken, not recommended to buy, junk from a dollar store. Most everything I ordered was flawed or not usable. I ordered a smartwatch and it won't charge, and it doesn't have readable instructions. It says it won't work unless you have an iPhone. What is it? I also ordered a mini camera that doesn't work unless you have an iPhone. I have never ever heard of this before. I also ordered an expandable water hose and it has a huge leak that can't be fixed. I ordered a drone and got a pair of slippers. Great prices, but also don't forget, you get what you pay for. I bought several items. No problem with delivery or refunds, but the quality on all of the items I purchased is/was cheap toy-like. They're absolute garbage. My advice, save yourself some time and headaches. You can find better quality at the dollar store. And what do you think happens to all of these broken junk items? They end up in the trash. A lot of people were also complaining about never even receiving their items for months. Since they are coming from overseas, there is the possibility of them taking a really long time to come in, but some people claim their items were lost and they never heard anything from Temu. Now, what I really wanted to talk about was all the influencers who've been promoting and taking sponsorships from Temu. I feel the same way about Temu as I do Shein. If you're on a budget and you have no money to spend on clothes or items that are sustainably made, and you have no other choice but to shop at places like Temu because of the low prices, then that's a different story. Chances are you're going on there looking for something that you'll use, reading reviews, and making an informed purchase. There's a difference between buying something that you plan on using until it breaks versus influencers doing massive hauls for views when they could very well afford to shop ethically. A few months ago, James Charles posted a video titled, "Trying the World's Cheapest Makeup, Temu." And not only was this video a massive haul, but it was also sponsored by Temu.
Temu, which has sponsored today's YouTube video. In case you guys have never heard of Temu before, they are a worldwide marketplace where you can buy literally anything on. And I do mean anything. Home decor, clothes, toys, tools, and of course, makeup as well. And when I say the cheapest makeup, you guys, the prices are affordable on another level. It is actually insane. Now, I'm not just doing this out of the blue. I've gotten thousands of requests to do this video, and it is currently the #1 app in the App Store. So obviously, there's a lot of hype around this platform, and I thought I needed to try it out for myself.
In this video, James was trying out a bunch of dupes of other popular makeup brands and giving them all glowing reviews, and people in the comments were calling him out for it. One person said, "It's all fun and games until Temu is the first place that sells fakes of your new makeup line." Which is so true. I can remember James freaking out on brands when they started to sell dupes of his Morphe palette, but here he is promoting knockoffs for a check. James ended up using the knockoff of the Essence mascara, and it looked horrible compared to the real one. The real one is viral on TikTok, everyone loves it, but James didn't even mention the Essence one, and as you can see, he had so much transfer on his eyelid from it.
Okay, it's definitely a wet mascara formula, which is not my personal favorite, but we're gonna make it work as always.
And a lot of people in the comments weren't happy with James being sponsored by Temu. We had people writing, "When James didn't know that was literally the Essence Lash Princess mascara that was trending for the longest time. Babe, it's definitely not a Temu mascara. Temu ripped them off. The fact that James is supporting this unethical company and not talking about the harms of this company and how poorly the products are made, the reason why these products are so cheap is because of the poor quality and probably underpaid workers. This is like Shein, but worse. I hope James would support small and eco-friendly companies rather than these companies. It's just crazy to see all these really rich influencers who don't necessarily need to accept sponsorships from brands like Temu, still taking them and promoting them to their audience. Another influencer who's been promoting Temu is Laura Lee. Last month, Laura Lee also took a sponsorship from Temu, and she did a massive sponsored haul.
I have 2 of these massive Temu boxes filled with everything you can imagine in them. They have clothing, they have gadgets, they have hair clips and beauty. The website has anything and everything. So I thought what would be best is if I just ordered a little bit of everything and reviewed it all for you today. This website has been exploding lately with popularity, and I've seen a lot of good reviews on it. So I'm really curious myself. Shout out to Temu for sponsoring today's video. So you guys should download the Temu app because on the app, you get more discount.
And her fans in the comments weren't loving it, writing, "It's kind of insane Laura promotes Shein and now this tacky brand. Can't trust her anymore. Sucks because I usually buy whatever she says." Cheap never really just means cheap. It means exploitative or forced labor. My sister's bank immediately flagged it when she tried to buy something from Temu, so that's never good. It's just so hard to understand why these huge influencers are taking sponsorships from brands like this. It's not like they absolutely need the money to pay their bills. These are very well-off influencers, yet they're still accepting sponsorships from companies with shady histories and questionable work environments. It just goes to show you, a lot of them will take brand deals from anyone because Temu does have a history of reaching out to anyone and everyone. So many influencers have come forward to complain about Temu literally harassing them daily in their emails.
Temu is actually a brand that I first became familiar with because they email me every single day. And every friend that I have in this space that also makes videos on YouTube tells me the same thing. We all get emails from Temu every single day about doing a video.
The brand isn't reaching out to them because they think they'll be a good representative for their brand. They're reaching out to everyone and hoping the money is motivating enough to compromise their fans' trust. Clearly, it's working for some. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Have you ever bought anything from Temu? And if you have, what was your experience? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.